you're making your students industry ready, and what are the expectations of the current industry? What the industry expects from the students, and how you're training your students to be tuned to the industry requirements.
Okay, that's a fair question. See, I think industry, in my opinion, is reasonably satisfied with the hard skills that the top management school graduates bring to the table. The bigger issue they have, or the gap that they're trying to address, are what one might call soft skills. Now, it's very easy to think about soft skills as just being that of communications and teamwork and collaboration, and all that is true. But I don't believe those are the soft skills that currently are the gap. The kinds of soft skills that industry is calling out are things we may not want to hear. These are things like a lack of curiosity in the incoming employee. It might be a lack of resilience in the incoming employee. It might be a lack of ability to deal with unstructured situations where the answer is unknown. It might be the lack of ability to do hard work and take accountability and take responsibility and not make excuses. These are not typically the kinds of soft skills that you would expect universities or business schools to focus on, because they're much more fundamental personality traits to some degree. But yet these are the soft skills, so one might call them the difficult soft skills or the hard soft skills. These are the skills that industry is saying they're looking for from new business school graduates that they don't seem to be finding. So our issue then as educators becomes, what is our role at this stage in somebody's professional life or educational life in filling these specific holes or gaps like curiosity and resilience? And this is what the challenge is that we're all facing, and we're reacting to it in different ways. For example, as educators, we have the opportunity to rethink our course content. Not around does it have Gen AI and does it have ML and so on and so forth, but does your course content make your student more curious? Does your course content expose your student to more unstructured problems? Does your content allow students to actually explore? So that's how the content would change. Now, we can also change how we assess our students. Do we allow our students to take risks and fail spectacularly from time to time? Because that's perfectly okay. Do we basically assess in a way that students are forced to be curious over and beyond what their rubrics and evaluation criteria might ordinarily advise them to do? And can we provide experiences outside the classroom as well that potentially help the students develop these kinds of soft skills that recruiters say that they want? Ideally, these are soft skills that will be developed from early on in the schooling. In my opinion, starting from high school or even earlier, that is the right time to be developing these skills, or at least start developing these particular soft skills. But you get the chance to add on value to somebody at whatever stage they come to you at, and that's basically what we're trying to do. So we are absolutely committed to delivering to our industry partners or our industry customers the kind of product they want. And MBA students are our product. And I want to make sure, as a proud product manager at SPJMR, the Dean of SPJMR, that we produce the kind of product that industry want. And these are the soft skills that we are now trying to focus on through courses, the addition of new courses, the modification of courses, the rethinking of pedagogy, and so forth. The types of courses we've introduced that might stimulate curiosity and that might stimulate unstructured problem solving, now, I can think of two. I can think of sort of the opening course that all of our MBA students take, which is a very liberal arts-ish course that we call WISE Innovation Foundations. Think about a brilliant mix of history and technology and philosophy and ethics and ESG all rolled into one. This is unlike anything students have probably encountered before. Hopefully, it pushes them into a zone of some discomfort, but also some curiosity. We then follow up with a course that is really focused on solving unstructured problems or framing unstructured problems. We have a course around systems thinking, which essentially has people think about problems in the broadest sense, the interrelationship between them, the unpredictability of a given situation, the feedback loops, the chaos, the complexity, and so on. We then also teach them design thinking as a way in which they can take a piece of that problem and potentially use empathetic means to try and figure out what a solution to that might be. So these are some examples of courses we already have that we've already implemented in the last 2 years in an attempt to solve the big gaps that the recruiters are pointing out to us.
How are the industry expectations changing obviously the industry is undergoing a lot of flux. They're responding to several challenges themselves, and some of these areas that we have picked up on is how emerging technologies are changing their own business models, changing several profiles, how technology is shifting their ways of thinking. The other area in which we are seeing industry expectations shift is in terms of high level of student readiness, their willingness to come into the workplace and add a lot of value almost immediately. So students therefore have to be able to respond to all of these challenges in a workplace which is shifting. So there is no steady state in the organizations. How, as a business school, are we readying our students? Well, we take a lot of help from our industry partners. We make sure that we are delivering industry-led electives. So, in the sense that a number of our corporate partners work with us to develop curriculum based on what trends they are seeing. And so it could be EY for consulting, KPMG for consulting, also in the fintech space. And so we partner with with the industry partners in terms of developing the curriculum as also delivering it in the classroom. And so our students have the opportunity to be exposed to the industry thought process very early on in the MBA program. Apart from that, how are we developing industry ready students? We make use of a number of corporate projects. So we ensure that our students have the opportunity to work on live projects with our industry partners in very meaningful areas. And we have a very well defined, robust process through which the students can connect with the industry, remain meaningfully engaged, and then share whatever their contributions are or whatever feedback is there if some course correction needs to be done. So we do that in a very intensive way. So that's the other way in which we ensure that our students are developing industry readiness. The third way is also by exposing the students to to the thought leadership that exists in industry. So whether it is exposing them to panel discussions, whether it is exposing them to corporate engagements. We ensure that the different trends that the industry is seeing and responding to is replicated through our curriculum, as well as through our corporate engagements and the skill building workshops that happen at our campus.
Sir, in the present economic scenario, how has the industry expectations changed for management graduates? And you, as an institution, how you're helping these management graduates get in tune with the industry requirements?
Yeah. So if you look at the industry actually wants students who are ready to work and give them the output. But then, if you look at the institute level, we have students those who are from certain background. If you look at our students, around 60% actually are already with some kind of a work experience, and here they come and learn. Those who are in business management, they learn management, and they also specialize in one of the areas. And the HR, those actually are the HR, they would actually learn. So we also make a huge effort through our elective courses, through match up with whatever actually the industry wants. We also have a lot of workshops which through our alumni, etc., we actually conduct to match that requirements as well. So by God's grace, XLRI, we had 100% placement, and we are able to place all the students. Though, sometimes the kind of jobs what the students want, or the kind of package that they want, may not be easily available. By and large, we are able to place all 100% students, even while many other business schools, including IAMs, have huge difficulty in actually placing them. So this is something that is very, very positive about XLRI.